Okay, let's make our MDF component now. The first piece, we're going to do the front, the smallest MDF part. We're going to go to File, New again, 3D representation of a single part. Press OK. New grey screen. Again, we're going to need Sketch open. Let's choose the rectangle again. This time, we're going to do this on the front plane. So select that. Draw out your rectangle. Doesn't matter on the size again. Smart dimension, and we're going to make it the same width as our blocks of wood, which is 150, and we're going to make it a little bit taller than the front block. Let's make it 60 millimeters. Now this isn't very easy to see here, so let's change the view again and go normal 2, and then let's start to draw along the top. If you have a straight line, ziggity-zaggity kind of design on the top, we're going to start here on the left hand side. Make sure that the edge turns orange to show that it's starting on the line, and then you can start to draw in whatever kind of shape it is that you've got. Okay, so some of you have got like cityscapes where they've got buildings and stuff like that on it. You can then draw all of those. Make sure you touch the orange line at the end. Okay, and then we're going to right click just to end the chain. Now what we want to do, if you don't have straight lines, you can do the exact same thing using the curvy line tool here. The next thing we want to do is we want to cut off the top part of the wood, and we'll use the Trim Entities tool. Click on that button, and what you need to do is you click and drag, and it makes the line that you cross over disappear. I'll show you again. Click, drag, that makes the top line disappear. And we need to get rid of this little bit here. Click and drag that last little bit, so now we've got our outline, and that's the shape that we want for our design. So next thing, let's make it into something three-dimensional. We're going to go to Features, Extruded Boss. Okay, and we're going to change this one to 3 millimeters in thickness. Press enter. Just check you're happy with that. It should be nice and thin. That looks correct. Then we say yes. We're going to choose the material. This time we're going to go back up and we're going to choose a plastic. And we're going to go for, say, a satin finish, which means it's not shiny. And you can then, if you go down to the bottom, you can choose which colour you want. I'm going to make my first one red. I'm going to assign it to the whole body, and then I am going to save that file. I'm going to call it MDF Front. And done. Now you can repeat this 3 times to make all 3 of your components. Your middle component should be 150 millimeters wide, and it should be 90 millimeters tall before you start drawing that complex shape. And your back piece, the largest one, should be 150 millimeters wide again, and perhaps this time just 120 millimeters tall. So that will give you 3 heights, one that's 60, one that's 90, and then one that's 120.